You talked about how you found yourself in a low trust environment. Can you tell us what are the markers of a low trust environment? Because I think for some of the people joining us today, they may recognize that something is off, but they don't know exactly what it is. What is a low trust environment?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. It's funny because some of the things that I'm about to say, people might not intuitively think, "Oh, that's an erosion of trust," right? Because we're all eroding trust all day long, and not unintentionally, right? So the kind of trust isn't always when it's eroded, isn't always the grand acts of betrayal, right? It's those small, quiet moments that sometimes are never even spoken about. So the grand act, right, might feel like a layoff or a reorg or gossiping, right? Or somebody CCing your manager before they had a conversation with you, right? About something that didn't really involve them at the time. Those are erosions of trust. A micromanager, right? That's also um, an erosion of trust, low trust environment. Also, where many of us work in a hybrid environment. So where does that come in? Okay, well, if everybody on Zoom has their camera on, and every time you get on the meeting, your camera's off, that could signal to somebody that we can't trust that you're working, right? Doesn't mean that it's true, right? But that could be a low trust environment because everybody has so many trust issues that when people don't have their camera on, they automatically think they're at the beach, right? There's that
Right.
taking place, right? A low trust environment is I in confidence go to maybe HR and I tell them something that's been going on. And the next thing you know, the person that I was having a conversation in confidence about, now they know that I had this conversation. So all of these things are showing up to create low trust environments. And lastly, if you are the only one of a certain identity in the workplace, feeling like you don't belong, or if
Mhm.
somebody makes a joke or says something demeaning to your about your culture or makes a joke, yes, they might not have meant harm, but the impact is that. And so now I trust that I'm not safe. That's the only trust that's present, right? That I'm not safe in this environment to be able to speak on that matter. So anybody who feels like they don't have a voice to address certain concerns when the trust is eroded, that also is a low trust environment.
Yeah, so I think it's really helpful what you're highlighting here because I think on your point, sometimes we think these are macro behavioral experiences, like it's a big thing. Someone
Hmm.
broke my trust. Like I told a leader something in confidence and then they went and repeated it. Or a leader said they were going to do something and then they didn't follow through for our career advancement. But I think the point that you're making is really important, that it's these micro behaviors as well that can collectively erode trust.